Hi and welcome to part 1 of a video series about the art fundamentals. I'm currently on a journey of learning about the fundamentals of art from YouTube, and I want to share what I learned. This video functions as a summary of the most important points I learned from all the videos I watched and how I now, through combining the information from the different videos and artists, would explain the topics. I'll also point to different videos or YouTubers you can study from depending on what your focus is and what you want to draw later on. For form, I watched 5 videos from 5 different artists, which compared to the other fundamentals aren't a lot. And from what I learned, I'll now first show you the basics and my own way of breaking form down. Then I'll also mention some exercises, and I recommend different videos that go into more specific topics depending on your interest. When we're drawing, we're portraying something that is initially a 3D object on a 2D plane while trying to still keep it looking 3D. So there's this 2D and 3D transition, and that's also what form is all about. Form helps you to be able to turn a 2D shape into a 3D object. This is the first fundamental I'll talk about. Since this is at the core of drawing anything, you can break it down and construct it using simple shapes and 3D objects. Form is about the shapes and volumes. Here you don't have to think about any real complex objects like furniture, characters or animals. Instead, you focus on objects like cubes, balls, cylinders or pyramids, in general shapes that have volume added to them. For the fundamental of form, there isn't a definitive correct way of portraying it. It's more about getting the idea of turning a 2D shape, for example an ellipse, into a 3D object by adding depth. For example, you start with an ellipse and then you make a cylinder out of it. It's also about, in general, recognizing the 3D form that anything is made up of. The most basic way of portraying form is you can turn a rectangle into a cube, a triangle into a pyramid, and then also stack these objects on top of each other or combine them. You can come up with random contours and add depth to them to test yourself if you really understand this fundamental. Now I'll move on to different videos and artists that talk about this topic and what exercises they do in their videos. First we have from Blue Biscuits. This video is about adding depth to shapes, cutting shapes in half and combining shapes. In general, there are some really cool exercises in it, and I really like the way that this fundamental is explained there. Then another video I watched was lining up ellipses on one axis by the drawing codex. This was very useful to really understand how a 2D shape can be turned into a 3D shape. And finally, from ErgoJosh, there's this video with drawing wraparounds around photo poses. I would say this is more advanced, and later on, if you really want to test if you're able to see the form of people and poses, then yeah, you can check this video out and do this exercise as well. But that's it for this video. As I said, it's very short. The future ones will probably be a lot longer, since I watched a lot more videos on the other fundamentals. I hope this was helpful and have a great day. Goodbye.